Hi, everybody. It's Dan here. Today, I'd like to make a video talking about my thoughts on the sugar diet, which is being pushed by a guy named Cole Robinson. The sugar diet is nothing but pure stupidity, in my opinion, because the people that are pushing this, they have absolutely no idea what sugar is, what it's made of, the different kinds of sugars, how they affect your metabolism, how it's a survival nutrient. They don't understand the difference between fructose and glucose and any of the sugars for that matter. And they're pushing this fad amongst each other to, I don't know why, to get clicks and views. And what they don't get about sugar is that not all sugars are the same. People think that sugar is sugar. Well, that's not reality. Fructose and glucose are different sugars. Glucose is basically blood sugar from starches, and you need glucose to survive. Every cell in your body runs on glucose. Without glucose, we wouldn't be here. Fructose, on the other hand, is the sugar that makes table sugar sweet. It comes in honey, high fructose corn syrup, and sucrose, which is table sugar. And we know from Richard Johnson's work that fructose is a survival nutrient. That's why it's addicting. We have an instinct to eat it because not only are we helping trees spread their seeds by eating fruit, fruit in the fall is there to help us survive the annual winter famine our ancestors faced yearly. And it's also every animal in nature likes fructose for the most part because it helps them survive changing environmental conditions. For us humans, it's a lack of food during the winter. That's why it's addicting, because nature wants you to eat as much fruit as possible while it's available in the fall, because that extra body fat you gain may help you survive the winter. It could be the difference between life and death. And we know this, okay? And what these sugar people don't understand is that fructose, it not only causes leptin resistance, which is your satiety hormone. Leptin dysregulates your eating, so you eat more. And it also causes energy depletion at the mitochondrial level by ATP. It makes ATP levels go down, which reduces your energy input. So basically the effect of sugar is it causes not only to eat more, it also causes you to be tired when you rest because your body's trying to gain weight because it believes you're going to face a famine. And what fructose also does to animals' bodies is it causes them to have what's called a foraging response. It prioritizes energy for your brain. It strengthens your immune system, and it also causes you to take more chances. So you can go out and find food, so you can get enough calories to gain a few pounds. And the foraging response is what's responsible for their increased energy. And what happens? When you're young, if you're like in your 20s or 30s, very muscular, you're on performance-enhancing drugs, you're an athlete, yes, you can burn it off. You can burn that sugar off, and you're going to have that extra energy during the day. But fructose, we know it'll cause you to be more tired, and it kicks on evolutionary survival mechanisms, which will eventually get the best of you, and you'll be doomed to fail. That's what sugar does, and these guys don't understand that. They're taking advantage of this energy prioritization while they're awake, and they can get cut and lose weight on sugar, but you have to understand that they're fighting a losing battle eventually. It's temporary. And if you eat, doesn't matter what you eat, if you're eating less food, you're going to lose weight, whether it's steaks or moon pies. Doesn't matter. Rice Krispie treats, sodas. You'll lose weight if you're eating less food regardless, but it's temporary. It's not permanent. You'll lose the weight and you'll gain it back because eventually that hunger is going to get the best of you. And like I said, nobody really understands fructose consumption because no one understands Richard Johnson's work. They don't get that. They don't understand that fructose is a weight-gaining chemical, survival nutrient. Even the low-carb community, I've been trying to tell them for years, and they don't listen to me either. They think I'm stupid. I don't have the qualifications to be correct or whatever. But so these guys are making a huge mistake, And eventually, if they don't quit eating sugar, it's going to get the best of them. Eventually, in a short period of time, it will if they eat too much because you'll start feeling like crap. All your markers will go bad, and you'll eventually give up and start gaining weight. Or you're going to get old. Your muscle's going to go away. You're gonna get to the point where you can't do. There's even old guys like that super shredded grandpa guy. He's 65 or whatever, but he's got a lot of muscle and he works out. But that's what's masking the effects of fructose, and eventually it's going to catch up to him too. It just will. I know because for years I was playing sports, and I was able to burn it. I would just drink 1, 2, 3, 4 ounce Pepsis a day when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. When I quit playing softball, quit sprinting, I started getting fat. So it's not going to work for these guys. Okay, it's just a matter of time. Also, I think that there is a big, possibly a big influence with big money. Whenever a fad comes along that people are really getting healthy on, like carnivore diet or whatever, the food companies aren't stupid. They're going to pay TikTok influencers, YouTube influencers, give them 10, 15 grand to push this thing. I think Cole Robinson's probably getting paid, and maybe some of those other people. Mark Bell, I'm not sure. I trust Mark Bell. I just think he's fooled. I don't think he's getting paid. He might be, but so this sugar diet thing is nothing but pure insanity. It's really stupid. And these guys, they're bro scientists. They don't understand the real world. They don't understand the problems with how fructose and sugar causes you to gain body fat to survive a famine. They don't get it, and they never will. Eventually, their health's gonna collapse, and they'll know we were right. It'll take time for these guys to finally see the light once they start feeling really bad. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourself a great night, and I'll talk to you later.